We're back. We're back in Portugal with my...
They like to visit often.
I'm a dork.
And I'm still pregnant.
And she's still pregnant. No, this is my sister Nancy and her husband Damian McCrink, and we're in Portugal, and they are training to be missionaries to Mozambique, learning the Portuguese language, and we're talking about missions and how to know if or how or when you're called into full-time ministry and how to pursue it. I'm just going to kind of pick their brains, and we're just going to kind of hear from them and just let them share their hearts on how they knew they were called. So let's start with you, Damian, first. Like, when did you first feel called into the missions, or maybe just ministry?
Well, during youth group, I felt a call to ministry, and went to college for a while, and I really thought that I was going to be a youth pastor, because that's what I saw around me, was that once I went to Bible school and we prayed for the nations and my eyes were open to the needs around the world and got to go on missions trips, it was like an opportunity I didn't even know was there. And so God led me into missions, signed up to do 3-month trip as a taste tester, then a year, and then after that we worked in a church and just couldn't get over it. I was like, no, we're supposed to be on the mission field, so here we are. And so it's just kind of been, for me, it's been like a step-by-step, taste and see kind of thing. So I encourage you, if you feel like you have a call to missions, try a month thing, a 3-month thing. Those are easy to do, and get a taste for it that way. And then see how God will just provide and be faithful, because His heart is to see the nations come to Him.
And it's a really good practical tip there, as far as if you feel called to ministry, is just to go on a missions trip. I mean, you know, just go on the next short-term missions trip, or if we go out of the country or whatever, or just if you're a youth group, or if you're with our youth group and we do just a short outreach on a Saturday, just go do it and see if that's what you feel like you like doing.
And even if a lot of times those trips are expensive, but don't let that hinder you, because God's a lot bigger than money, and
when are some
you have not because you ask not. So just ask people.
And people want to give too, because they see there are many Christians who realize they want to give. They want to send people because they know it's not their calling. Their calling is at their job with their family in their city, but they would love to help send somebody whose calling it is. So tell me, you guys, can you guys think of 1 or 2 stories where you guys saw God provide for you financially, or just in general, where you were just blown away? I mean, even general or specifics, it doesn't matter.
Okay, well, I went to Jamaica as a 1-year missionary associate, and there I fell in love with Nancy.
That's God provided.
That's God providing, exactly. Provided the wife. But really, I wanted to get married to her, wanted to do all this, but I didn't have money for anything. God sent a team on a trip there that ended up working at that church, offered me a job. But even before that, I wanted to ask Nancy to marry me. Didn't have money for a ring. This guy comes on the missions trip, and we're working on a church all week long and stuff. He spends 1 day with me and Nancy, and on the way to the airport, he takes off this big Mr. T necklace that he was wearing all week. And he takes it off and he says, "Here, Damon, I want you to have this." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you very much." And he goes, "No, I want you to take this, and I want you to pawn it in, and I want you to get Nancy an engagement ring." And we weren't even dating at the time. He goes, "I want you to get her an engagement ring." He goes, "Because I see you have eyes for no one else." Well, believe it or not, I pawned that necklace in, and I got $900 for that thing. So
wow.
I was able to get an engagement ring.
God just hooked you up, like, that's sweet. I wish I would have asked God for a little Mr. T man to come near me. No, but, so God really does provide in incredible ways when we step out in faith. He always provides financially. He's God. But sometimes we limit Him, so we can't do that. All right, what about you, Nancy? When did you feel called to ministry or missions?
It was during Bible school also. We both went to the same Bible school, and as Damian said, we were always praying for the nations. And an opportunity came up to go to India, and so I signed up, and they encouraged us to pray before the trip. So like 6 months before, I would set aside like a little part of my day just to pray, and that God would break my heart for the nations. And when I stepped off that plane, it was like broken. I cried probably like the entire 2 weeks that we were there, and I was sick of crying myself. It was definitely God giving me His heart for that, and ever since then I knew that's what I wanted to do. So.
Yeah, it's those experiences that you have stepping out that seals it. So